Hey there, Caroline. Yes, I just got off the phone with Apple CEO Tim Cook, and he walked me through the quarter. They did, you can see by the numbers, have a record June quarter in every product category, beating the estimates. He talked a little bit about services revenue and better iPhone results than expected. He said the first 3 weeks of April were particularly bad, and particularly bad for the iPhone, but it got better in May and June, and better than even they expected. I asked him about how the pandemic has been impacting products in particular. He said he believes that the pandemic is likely helping sales of iPad and Mac, especially because of the work from home, remote learning trends, but likely hurting sales of the iPhone and hurting sales of wearables. Now, when it comes to his outlook in the current quarter, and he said he'd be talking a lot more about this on the call, but he told me the pandemic clearly does weigh on the results, and he expects it to continue to weigh on the results, primarily when it comes to the iPhone and wearables, given continued store closures. They're not giving guidance because of the continued uncertainty, and this is the second quarter in a row that Apple has not given guidance. I actually asked him if this is going to become a trend, and he said it is something that they are talking about and thinking about, whether continuing to report guidance is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Now, we had to talk about antitrust regulation. Obviously, we were all watching that big hearing yesterday. He doubled down on the arguments that he made in the hearing. I asked him if he's concerned about regulation, and he said if you look at the App Store, it's been a runaway success and an economic miracle, and he's optimistic that people will see that.
All right, Emily, first of all, great getting Tim Cook there. I'm also told that you also got someone from Google on the phone, Alphabet, their earnings out as well. The investor reaction so far here in after hours trading isn't quite as enthusiastic as it is for Apple.
Right. We are seeing what appears to be a fragile macroeconomic environment weighing on the results, and that's exactly what Alphabet CFO Ruth Porat just told me. She said they are encouraged by the performance that they're seeing, but basically what you're seeing in the numbers is a reflection of what is going on in the wider economy. She said we can't predict the future, but again, they see this as an ongoing, fragile macroeconomic environment. And I would definitely contrast what you're seeing in Alphabet's results and the impact on the shares with what we're seeing in Facebook, where we thought Facebook would be more negatively impacted, especially given that they're in the middle of this massive ad boycott, but we're not seeing that in the numbers. I did also ask Ruth Porat about the hearings as well and whether she is concerned about regulation. Lawmakers were particularly hard on Google yesterday, particularly hard on YouTube ads. And what she said is, we're happy to engage with regulators as they review the entire industry. She pointed out not just Google. All big companies are the subject of scrutiny, and all the data shows consumers love our products. Of course, we can expect this to be an ongoing issue for them and for Apple and Facebook and Amazon, which are all reporting today. So we're going to have a big show